I was just sitting here working, not really, but supposed to be, but kind of just really thinking about some stuff. It's like, what is love in a relationship, right? Like, how do you know you found it? How do you know you lost it? How do you know what it is? How do you know if you could get it back once you did lose it, once you figure out what it really is and what it means to be loved by someone or to experience love? And all of these questions can really lead to more rabbit hole bullshit. I'm just trying to think of the right words, you know? I didn't always know what love was. I had no idea. I treated a lot of people bad. I was treated bad by a lot of people. I knew that's what love wasn't. But then, as I got older and more experienced in what I didn't want and started finding what I did and piecing together more of that, I started understanding, getting a better understanding of what love was in my own eyes. So I really understood it once I went inside, took myself out of the equation of everyone else, and went inside on this spiritual journey, this path that I've been on for the last probably 4 years. And I went inside to understand who I really was, because nothing ever changed. Relationships didn't last. I got bored. I mean, I really can't blame anybody but myself, because I put myself in that imprisonment. So I come here today and tell you my experience on what I know what love is and how it changed my life and how it could change yours. So I went inside, totally took myself out of everyone's drama, everyone's circle of anything. And it was really tough for the first month, 2 months. And before I knew it, I was doing my inner healing for a year, 2 years. And I forgot that I was alone because I had myself. And I started to try different things. And like, I was knitting. I was trying to find what I loved to do and what that feeling was. I tried painting. Wasn't for me. I wasn't patient enough at that time. I got better. I've tried knitting with the little knit. I was gonna make this blanket. Turned out I didn't like it. I made a little wash rag, barely one. Then I tried hand weaving, knitting with the blanket. That worked really well. I saw results really quick, and I guess that's what called to me, seeing results really quick. But finding out what love really was to me, or what it meant to me, was not a quick process. You know, we get blocked over time, from childhood, maybe even birth, to adulthood, and we start seeing what other people's version of love is, what they put up with, and we don't understand it, and then we think it's a normal thing. It's not. None of it is. None of it's real. None of it's real unless you experience it yourself. So back to my story of going inside for a very long time. I started enjoying things more by myself, finding out what I loved to do, what I was really good at. Started to understand who I really was. I unlearned everything that I was taught. My head's vibrating right now. You know, I went in and faced some fears. It was a lot of dark night of the soul stuff, and that means you have to really face not being a good person, not doing the right things, just growing. But you don't hold yourself in that space as a victim. No. You rise above it. You learn the lesson so it doesn't repeat. You're not on this wheel no more. You find a way out of it by finding the way to your heart. You piece together a heart that you never knew was really full, if that makes any sense. So, once I learned what I love to do, I learned peace within myself. That was peace of mind. And I knew what love was and what I expected from other people. That starts leading you to another rabbit hole of, wow, all these really great people that came into your life in and out, and how you were to these beautiful beings who loved you, but you were not ready yet. You weren't ready for it. And you wouldn't have until you go inside and you figure out what really love is and what it means to you. And love is unconditional. It's unconditional. It's forgiveness of yourself. Forgiveness of being shitty to the people who loved you. It's forgiveness of how you acted. It's forgiveness of how people acted towards you, what they did to you. That's love. Acceptance. Forgiveness. It's powerful. It's so powerful. You take off these shackles that we hold ourselves in mentally, and we rise. And it's beautiful, so beautiful. And we become our authentic self. Our true, authentic, beautiful self. And nobody could tell us we're ugly. Nobody could break that spirit because it's something that was already broken in the first place. We just remembered. We went inside and found ourselves. That's untouchable. That's spiritual awakening to me. And that's finding love. So now that I found this within myself, hell no, I won't stand for shit. You know, you set boundaries. Boundaries are important in every relationship, in work, in a marriage, with your children. You know, I mean, you just really have to come with it and go inside and find out what you feel, where your self-love is. It's in your heart, and it unlocks so many things. So I hope you get this, this message. I hope it channels to you because you're meant to hear it right now. You needed to hear it. Some of the stuff you may know already. You know, some you may think about later of the information that I provided. But either way, we're on the same mission. It's a beautiful place. I like to call it heaven on earth. It's within ourselves. Blessings. Remember who you really are. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Bring out that warrior. You're not a victim. We will not hold ourselves in that mentality any longer. It gets us nowhere. Something's got to change, and the change is now. And you're here for a reason because you're wanting it. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, like if this calls to you. I got more coming in. It just happens. It triggers me. And I just thought I'd share real life, real people, stuff that we go through and no one really talks about or understands. I do. I've been through it. I did it. I came out of it. Like a boss. Blessings.